In the beginning of the drama, we are shown a therapist's office. Our male lead, whose name is Alex, is sitting across from his therapist. He tells him that from their previous session, he could sense how difficult it has been for him to talk about a certain painful period of his life. He says he understands he must have felt lost and alone back then, and gently encourages him that painful memories are like a heavy fog wrapped around a person, keeping them from moving forward. Today, if he has the courage, they can try together to get a little closer to that memory. He reassures him that he doesn't need to rush to tell the whole story at once, that they can start with whatever feeling or image comes to him first. He tells him to breathe, that this part of his life is over now and the past cannot torture him anymore, and that he can think of his family, his friends, and the person he wants to see the most. Alex closes his eyes and the story begins to drift back in time. The scene shifts and we find our female lead, Shun, who has just returned to her hometown after a long time away. As soon as she steps off, several pedek drivers compete loudly for her attention, all asking where she's headed and trying to offer her discounted fare. Eventually, she gets into one pedek and the driver, a young man, keeps looking at her, saying she looks familiar, and she says her name out loud, Shun. It turns out this driver is an old schoolmate from her hometown. He is amazed at how much she has changed since high school, saying she looks like she stepped out of a magazine now, no longer like someone from their small town, and he simply asks whether she's going toward her old home or a hotel. She said that home. In the next scene we see Alex. In a local gambling den, a man comes to him and says that some young troublemakers are causing a scene possibly sent by a rival named Fat Dragon to stir up trouble. They are also harassing a young schoolgirl at the table. Just then Alex walks in, clearly a man who commands respect and fear in this world. He does not tolerate men bullying a young girl, and it becomes obvious this is something deeply personal to him, connected to painful memories of his own past when he too could not stand seeing a schoolgirl get mistreated. He deals with the thugs firmly, beating down the one who tries to talk back, warning him that next time he should not talk business on someone else's behalf without wiping his own mouth first. A sharp reminder not to act as if he speaks for someone more powerful. After scaring the group off, he checks on the young girl who is being harassed, making sure she is safe, and has his man Yong escort her home. In the next scene, Shun thanks her old classmate driver for the ride and insists on paying, though he refuses to take her money, saying an old friend returning after all this time deserves at least a free ride and that she should reach out anytime she needs something. As she gets out, he asks meaningfully whether Alex knows that she is back this time, hinting that her return is something significant, tied to a shared history the two of them have with Alex. In the next scene, Alex received a call from a wealthy entrepreneur named Mr. Jang. He eagerly asks Alex to join him for a game of snooker, telling him he has brought along a former professional snooker player as well, hoping Alex will make him look good in front of this friend. Alex said that he hasn't played in years, but Mr. Jang insists this isn't flattery, but genuine admiration, since even when Alex plays casually, no one can beat him. Other members of the snooker club recognize Mr. Jang as a well-known entrepreneur from Tang City, surprised that he and Alex seem to know each other so well, casually calling and asking him for a game despite having been turned down many times before. This exchange reveals that Alex has built quite a reputation being sought after even by wealthy businessmen, and that he has an almost legendary skill at billiard. After that, Alex comes out from the club and one member asks the other what the name of the boss is. He said Rabbit. In the next scene we see Shin is at home and seeing her home, and she sees a painting from his childhood. And with this, the story dives deep into flashback, taking us back to when Alex and Sean were both children. We see a much younger Miso arrive carrying a gift she made herself. She excitedly tells her father and the family that this is her gift for both her father and for Alex, revealing a drawing she made. The drawing shows all four of them together looking happy, symbolizing her hope that she, her mother, Alex, and his father can become one big happy family. The father, whom she calls Mr. Wu, is delighted with the drawing and says he will put it somewhere everyone can see it. This flashback reveals that Shun's mother has remarried Alex's father, and Shun has now become Alex's new stepsister, moving into his household along with her mother from another city, Jiang City, in hopes of building a new life together in Tang City. However, the warm welcome does not extend to young Alex, who is cold and resistant to this new arrangement from the very start. He confronts the new stepmother figure and states firmly that all of this happy family performance is fake, asking if she is not tired of playing house, and coldly tells her to stay away from him for the rest of her life. He clearly feels that his father's remarriage and this step-family arrangement are an intrusion, and he refuses to accept them as real family, setting up years of tension between him and Shun that will echo through their childhood. In the next scene, Alex comes back home. He sees the door is already open. He comes in. Then Shun asks him if he came back. Then she comes in and said, "I had made soup, come." After that, both of them sit for eating soup. Then Chin asks her bluntly why she came back home. She says, "Does she need a reason for coming into the house?" He asks, "Is it your home?" She says, "I lived in this house more than 10 years. How is it not my house?" The story flashes further back to the moment Shen and her mother first traveled from Jiang City to Tang City by long-distance bus, showing the difficulties of the journey and ticket check. Once they arrive in Tang City, some local children try to bully young Shen on the street, thinking she looks like she comes from a rich family and might be an easy target. But Alex, though cold toward her at home, intervenes to protect her from these strangers on the street without yet knowing this stranger is about to become his new stepsister, showing the same protective instinct he later carries into adulthood. At the new house, Mr. Chin warmly welcomes them, showing Shun and her mother the room she will share with Chin for now, promising to rent the room next door soon, so mother and daughter can move there. He has bought her a brand new pillow and quilt, arranged a good spot near the light for her to do homework, and prepared a whole table of delicious food to welcome them, including a special cushion karpanji her mother offers to help cook since it is her specialty. This immediately paints Mr. Chin as warm and welcoming, eager for his new family to feel at home, in stark contrast to the cold reception his own son gives them. In the next scene, young Alex finally returns home and sees his father's new family waiting for him. His father asks him to properly greet his new stepmother and his new stepsister, Sean. Although Alex doesn't seem happy about the situation, he reluctantly greets them. Just then, Shun brings out a drawing she made as a welcome gift. The picture shows all four of them living together as one happy family. Alex's father and stepmother are touched by the thoughtful gift, but Alex remains quiet and distant. After that, Alex's father happily praises him for bringing home some fruit. However, Shun quietly tells her mother that Alex only had the money to buy the fruit because he sold gifts that didn't belong to him, hinting that Alex has already started walking down a troubled path. Instead of scolding Shun, her mother praises her for handling the situation wisely. She tells Shun that she did a smart thing and happily mentions that Mr. Chin really liked the drawing. It becomes clear that Shun and her mother are carefully trying to build a good relationship with Alex's father because they know their place in this new family is still uncertain. That night, as young Shun sleeps over for the first time in Alex's room, her mother reminds her that they must put up with hardship for now, promising that once she finds a job, the two of them will finally be settled and secure. Shun innocently asks her mother if she is going to marry Mr. Chin, and her mother brushes off the question, telling her she will understand when she grows up that people do not need to be married to become a family. Though Shun presses further, asking what people do need then, a question left hanging as her mother ushers her to bed. That night, Alex draws a strict boundary line in their shared room, warning Shun that if she crosses it, he will hit her, reflecting his continued resistance to sharing his space and his life with her. At night, Alex silently turns the fan toward himself and goes to sleep, showing that he still doesn't care about Shun's comfort. Shun wakes up because of the heat, but instead of arguing or complaining, she quietly gets up, opens the window and goes back to sleep. As time passes, the tension between the two children continues to grow. One day at a local shop, it is revealed that Alex had secretly sold the cigarettes he received as gifts for money. Ironically, his father later ends up buying the same brand of cigarettes from the shop, making the shopkeepers laugh and joke that they are trading the same cigarettes back and forth. Wanting to prove that she is helpful and loyal to the family, Shin tells Alex's father that Alex also gave away the cigarettes and liquor that had been given to him as gift. After hearing this, Alex's father becomes angry and confronts him. He tells Alex that when a person makes a mistake, they must accept the consequences. He then orders him to apologize to Shin. However, Chun stubbornly refuses. He angrily says that his mother only has him and he doesn't have a sister. He coldly declares that Shun and her mother are just outsiders living in his house and are not his real family. His harsh words make the atmosphere even more tense. Furious at Alex's attitude, his father punishes him by forcing him to kneel for an entire hour. This moment shows just how strict his father is, and how much resentment and conflict already exist within their newly blended family. After that, Mr. and tries to calm the situation and bring peace to the family. As a way of apologizing to Shun, he decides to move the Guanan statue, which belongs to Alex's mother, to another room because Alex seems to dislike it. However, the situation quickly gets out of control. Alex and Shun start arguing over the statue, and both of them try to take it. The adults rush in to stop them and try to calm the children down. But during the struggle, the Guanyin statue accidentally falls to the ground and breaks into pieces. The broken statue becomes a powerful symbol of the deep conflict and unresolved emotions between Alex and Shun, showing that the wounds between their two families are only growing deeper. Later that night, Shun quietly places a candy on Alex's bed as a small gesture of kindness, hoping to become friends with him. However, Alex coldly picks it up and throws it away. The next morning, when Alex wakes up, he notices that Shun is nowhere to be seen and his statue is also not there. He goes outside to find her. After the statue is broken, Shun goes to the riverside alone. She hopes to collect some wet clay so she can repair the broken Guanyin statue. While she is there, Alex arrived. The two begin arguing over the broken statue, and during the struggle, Alex pushes Shun into the river. Frightened, Shun cries out for help as she struggles to stay above the water. Instead of helping her, Alex walks away and leaves her behind. Later, Shun tearfully tells her mother what happened. Hurt and confused, she asks why she is always the one who has to give in to Alex. She wonders why he continues to treat her like an enemy instead of accepting her as part of the family. Hearing this breaks her mother's heart. She apologizes to Shun for making her go through so much pain. However, she also explains that they still depend on Mr. Alex's support. She tells Shun that Mr. Chan can help her get a job at the local power supply bureau. And because they have nowhere else to go and cannot return to Jiang City, they must do everything they can to keep peace in their new home. Alex also hears all this talking, and the scene shows us Jen return and save Shun, pulling her out of the water. In the next scene, Shun comes back to the room and Alex says to her, "You can never be my sister and your mother can never be my mother. From the moment you broke my statue, we became enemies." Then Shun says, "You can say whatever you want, but we're staying here." One day, the older Shun comes to do billiards to see him. As soon as she arrives, the people there start teasing Alex, saying that someone has come to visit him. However, Alex quickly denies it and says that he barely knows her, keeping the same cold attitude he has always had toward Shun. Even though they have lived under the same roof for years, Shun has actually come to give him the weekly living expenses that Mr. Chin sent for him. It is revealed that Alex is now living in a school dormitory instead of staying at home. Even during this simple exchange, the tension between them is obvious. Alex refuses to let Shun think that he is living off her money. He also suspects that Shun and her mother are secretly trying to push him out of the family. Angrily, he tells her that she has no right to force him out of his own home. In the next scene, we see Alex return home by climbing through the window instead of using the front door. Shun opens the window and asks why he comes in through the window. Alex coldly replies that this is his house and that it is none of her business how he enters. When he looks around, he realizes that his bed has been moved and Shun is now comfortably lying on it. Confused, he asks why she is using his bed. Shun reminds him that he was the one who said he didn't want to live with her anymore, so she simply made herself comfortable while he was away. Annoyed, Alex throws Shun's school bag out the window. She says, "I didn't have any regret." After he leaves, she thinks he is still childish. At Tank City Middle School, the homeroom teacher announces the long-awaited autumn class trip this year to Joyland Amusement Park, with grades 7 through 9 all going together by school bus. Students are told to form their own groups of 5, choose a leader, and pay the 20 yuan trip fee. On the day of the trip, the head teacher gives the class a safety briefing, reminding everyone to follow instructions and gather back at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. At the amusement park, Jean tries to look after Shun, telling her he'll take good care of her today, but she pulls away, insisting she can walk on her own, clearly still keeping her guard up around him, even amid a fun school outing. The two end up on the bumper cars together, and what starts as an innocent ride quickly turns into an all-out spectacle with their classmates cheering wildly from the sideline, shouting at Alex to ram her, hit her from the side and not let up, while Shun tries to dodge him around the rink. The chaos escalates until something clearly goes wrong. The ride operator or their friends realize something is off, calling out with real alarm, asking if Alex is okay. And in the confusion, Shun bolts and runs off in a panic while friends shout for her to come back. After that, the story shifts to a much more emotional scene at home. Alex's father angrily confronts him and asks if he has forgotten who is in charge of the family. He firmly tells Alex that he is not allowed to attend the prestigious #1 high school. According to him, as long as he is the one raising and supporting Alex, his son must obey every decision he makes. He insists that everything he is doing is for Alex's own future, and that this is the best path for him. Unable to hold back his emotions any longer, in a moment of anger, he tells his son that he is not even sure whether he is his real father. Shun also hears this. He tells Alex to remember that he never betrayed Alex's mother. Instead, he claims that she was the one who betrayed him. He insists that all of his strict rules and harsh decisions are only meant to protect Alex and give him a better future. In the next scene, Shun arrives home and politely greets Alex's father by calling him uncle. He casually asks her to go downstairs to buy him a pack of cigarettes and tells her to keep the remaining chain. After Shun leaves, Alex's father calls Alex over. At the same time, he tells Shun to spread a blanket on the floor. This small detail makes it clear that he is preparing to punish Alex. Shun quietly goes to Alex with a bowl of food that she made for him. Gently, she tells him to eat carefully because it is still hot. Alex looks at her with surprise and admits that he thought she was afraid of him. Shun calmly replies that being afraid of someone is one thing, but watching that person suffer is something completely different. Even though she is scared of him, she couldn't just leave him alone after what happened. Before leaving, Shun quietly tells Alex that she will not bother him anymore. She also reassures him that she didn't see anything that happened earlier, silently promising to keep his father's abuse a secret and protect his dignity. Touched by her kindness, Alex quietly gives her a small item in return as a way of thanking her. It is a simple gesture, but it marks the first genuine moment of understanding between the two of them, hinting that beneath all their arguments and resentment, a real bond is slowly beginning to grow. After that, the story jumps forward a few more years. We learn that Shun has become one of the top students of the prestigious #1 high school. Thanks to her hard work, she is following a bright academic path. Meanwhile, Alex's life has taken a completely different direction. Because his father never allowed him to attend #1 high school, he is forced to study at a vocational school instead. After that, the story shifts to a private room at the BWA restaurant where Chinese father is hosting a business dinner. He warmly welcomes several important guests, including Mr. Lee, and they exchange drinks while discussing business. From their conversation, it becomes clear that Alex's father has become a successful businessman who is involved in housing and property projects in Ting City. In the next scene, Shun and her mother go shopping for her 16th birthday. At the jewelry store, her mother asks the shopkeeper to show them a birthday gift. According to local tradition, when a girl turns 16, she is given a lucky gold or jade bracelet to bring her safety and good fortune. Her mother tells Shun to choose whichever bracelet she likes. However, before they can finish shopping, Shun's mother receives an urgent phone call about work. She has no choice but to leave immediately and tells Shun to go home by herself, leaving her alone on her birthday. After returning home, Shun quietly hides her birthday cake because she doesn't want Alex to know she is celebrating by herself. Meanwhile, Alex is at a hotel where he sees his father and Shun's mother busy with a business dinner. At that moment, he realizes that it is Shun's birthday and that she has been left home alone. Alex immediately returns home. Later that night, Shun lights the candles on her birthday cake and closes her eyes to make a wish. When she opens them, she is surprised to find Alex standing beside her. She asks when he came back and Alex smiles and tells her that he arrived while she was making her birthday wish. He then asks if she is free the following evening and tells her to stay home instead of going anywhere. Before leaving, he quietly wishes her a happy 16th birthday, showing that his feelings toward Shun have slowly begun to change. And then he leaves. After that, Shun smiles. Later that night, Shun's mother comes home from what she describes as an unavoidable business dinner, clearly having had a bit to drink, and apologizes for not celebrating Shun's birthday properly that day, asking if she's upset with her. She checks whether Alex is home yet, relieved to hear he's out at a party since it means she won't have to deal with him picking a fight with her tonight, showing the ongoing coldness between her and Alex, even as Shun and Alex's own relationship has been softening. Her mother tells her she's working incredibly hard to earn enough money for the two of them, so they can finally escape the humiliation of living under someone else's roof, dependent on the Chin family's charity, and proudly announces she has become the top performer, a so-called diamond-level seller at her new company. She excitedly tells Shun that the company called Green Life. Meanwhile, the story shifts to do billiards where the older Alex is playing pool with one of his close friends. During their conversation, his friend tries to convince him to leave Tang City and move to Shin City. He tells Alex that the foreign trade business there is growing fast and that it is the perfect place to make a lot of money. However, Alex refuses the offer. He says that all of his friends are in Ting City and that he has no intention of leaving. His friend is surprised and asks if Alex has really decided to quit the dock business. He also jokes that from now on everyone might have to rely on Officer Chin, revealing that Alex is preparing for the upcoming police academy recruitment exam. Instead of continuing his old life, he wants to become a police officer and build an honest future. In the next scene, we see the Green Life Company holding its annual dealer conference on a cruise ship. Everyone is cheering as the company promises that dealers can earn over 1 million yuan within 3 years. Meanwhile, Shun's mother calls Shun in front of her colleague. She proudly says that her daughter is very intelligent and asks her to recite the value of pi to everyone, trying to prove that the company's health product improves memory. However, Shun is not feeling well. She starts reciting but suddenly stops halfway. Seeing this, her mother quickly tells everyone that Shun is just nervous and asks them to continue the celebration. In the next scene, we see that Alex is also on the cruise ship to complete his final delivery job. While looking around, he notices a man harassing Shun, so he immediately rushes inside to help her. Just then, the celebration suddenly turns into chaos. A group of armed men storms onto the cruise ship, smashing everything and causing panic among the passengers. During the confusion, Shun's mother desperately tries to get back to her daughter. She keeps shouting that she cannot leave without Shun, but she is forced onto a lifeboat while Shun is left behind, calling out for her mother. As the situation becomes more dangerous, Alex reaches Shun, grabs her hand, and tells her to hold on tightly. He then jumps into the water with her, saving her from the disaster. After escaping the chaos, Alex and Shun finally reach a safe place. Chia asks why she isn't calling her mother. Shun quietly replies that there is no need because her mother is not the type to worry about her anyway. Later that night, Alex brings Shun her coat. Instead of taking her home right away, she said that she doesn't want to go back home because it's too noisy. He gently asks what she wants to do. Realizing that she doesn't want to go back yet, Shun says that she is hungry. So, the two of them walk through the night market together. They buy some street food, taste fruit from a vendor, and later stop to eat Miso's favorite seaweed and mung bean dessert soup, even though it is already late at night. After that, Alex drops her home. After that, the story flashes back to an earlier moment, revealing a heated argument between Alex's father and Shun's mother. Worried because she cannot contact Shun, Shun's mother angrily asks how he can sit there reading while her daughter is missing. Instead of answering her, Alex's father demands to know who the man is that she has been meeting, accusing her of being involved with someone else. Furious, Shun's mother replies that they were never legally married, so he has no right to question her. She tells him that even if she were engaged to another man, it would be none of his business. Alex's father angrily reminds her that he is the one who has been raising Shun all these years. He says that if she no longer wants to stay with him, then she should take her daughter and leave the house. Shun's mother immediately reminds him that he was the one who begged her to bring Shun with her after his wife passed away because he wanted a complete family again. She accuses him of pretending to be a kind and respectable man while treating her and her daughter as if they are no longer needed. In the flashback, Shun is standing outside the school with her clothes all messy. Then a lady comes and gives her a coat. Just then, her mother arrives and tells her, "I'm taking you to your own house in Ting City." The scene then cuts to the present where Alex comes in and takes her out of the house. After that, both are sitting on the roof. Alex gets some food for her. Shun is clearly upset and trying to hold back tear. Alex notices that she is not okay and gently tells her that she does not have to pretend everything is fine. If she feels wrong, she should let herself cry. But she must remember why she cried today instead of acting as if nothing happened a few days later. He tells her to stop waiting for her mother to realize she let her down because not all parents know how to love their children properly. If Shin keeps looking to her mother for a place to belong, she will spend her whole life seeing only a small part of happiness, like someone who can only see a few stars in the sky. And if her mother ever decides she no longer wants her around, even those few stars will disappear. Shin is surprised by how mature and blunt his words sound, saying it does not feel like something he would normally say. In a quietly heartbreaking moment, she repeats the words she imagines he might one day say to her, that he is used to being alone. This is his home and she is not allowed to stay. Chin denies it. Then he asks a question about Shun's future as she admits she has no idea where she would go if her mother and Uncle Chin ever separated, leaving her unsure about what kind of future she could have. She then reveals that she has already applied to the police academy. Alex encourages her not to base her future or sense of security on anyone else, reminding her that if she wants to build a better life, she has to rely on herself. Later, the mood becomes lighter as he takes her on a different route home and encourages her to climb to a high spot. Although nervous at first, Shun succeeds with his guidance, and he jokingly tells her she is a natural, and then he leaves. The scene